me here today was Steffen.
Basically, IDC is my company. I founded this company about 6 years ago. My main goal is really to help independent artists create a level playing field in terms of marketing and promoting themselves, and also to establish a real credible distribution channel to get their products to market. I've been in the music business about 30 years, and IDC has really revolutionized the way marketing and promotion as well as distribution has been done. And I feel like my job day to day is really just family, overseeing various aspects of the industry for the 300 or 400 clients that I'm currently working with.
I've been licensing music with Universal Pictures, Fox Sports, as well as DreamWorks Animation and other production companies and TV networks. So it's really, again, about establishing those relationships and making those connections in the industry. So really what I do is I contact music supervisors, or they contact me, and we find out exactly what they're looking for a specific cue in TV or film. I need to find out what the genre is, I need to find out what the scene is in the movie, how long they would like it, what type of vibe they want. There's a number of questions that you would have to be aware of when you're finding out what piece of music they need. And you have to be very, very specific about that. And then I have to take that and really translate what they're telling me into finding that piece of music, or finding a few pieces of music for them. So what I'll do is I'll review our library and just listen to our clients' tracks and compare them to the reference tracks that the music supervisor has given me, or I'll spend a lot of time on YouTube and iTunes listening to tracks and trying to compare them. So it's really about developing your reputation in this business, and reputation is key, and having those working relationships where you can call a music supervisor and ask them what they're looking for. And there's also a tremendous amount of research that goes into my job. And I have to say, watching TV is a big part of my job. Never thought I could say that. My job is to watch TV and to listen to music and to find out who the music supervisors are for those specific shows, and to contact them and really find out what their needs are. So a lot of different avenues that I go to because I license for TV and film and video games. I've been in the music industry for 10 years, and I started playing piano and guitar when I was 4 years old. And being the fact that my parents were both musicians, they started me playing very early on. And I took classical guitar and classical piano lessons as a child, and definitely practicing my skills like my parents wanted me to definitely paid off. And I'm still practicing now. Discipline really is the key to being successful, and I believe that applies to any business. I really learned discipline working with the Tigers because you have to be very controlled. You have to really discipline yourself, very much like a martial artist. And I took a lot of martial arts while I was growing up, and also while I was working with the Tigers. So I took that discipline that I learned in martial arts and applied it to working with the Tigers, because in dangerous situations and in life-threatening situations, you have to control your mind, you have to control your emotions. And it's the same thing when it comes to negotiating deals in music. Same thing when it comes to negotiating a contract or dealing with an executive or dealing with an artist. It's really important to really be disciplined in how you act and how you carry yourself. And not to mention the fact, producing music is a discipline. To being able to sit there for long hours at a time behind the computer, behind Pro Tools or Logic, and producing and editing. That takes a tremendous amount of focus, and if you don't have the discipline, you won't be successful in this career. It's really a life experience, and I attribute a lot of my music to working with the Tigers. I had a very fulfilling experience there. I think a lot of my music is inspired by the animals I work with, my family, my friends, and it's just inspired by something inside myself that I really can't even put a finger on. It's just a feeling that I have inside that I'm able to really project and really convey what I'm feeling through musical notes. It's really important to present yourself in a professional manner. And when you're meeting industry people at a conference or you have a business meeting, how you present yourself and how you present yourself in the first 10 seconds, just like a song, is really key to being successful. How you present yourself in your emails, it's very important to be professional and to also develop a working relationship with people. This is all about relationships. This is a relationship-driven business, and when we talk about it's all about who you know, it's true. It's who you know and who likes you and who you connect with. And it's important to extend your network and connect with as many people as you can, because you never know when someday down the road, it might be 5-10 years down the road, where you might be able to help them or they might be able to help you, and now you have that mutual relationship that's built on trust. And we have to work together in this music industry, especially now because it's changing so much. There are some very important aspects that artists and producers need to be aware of in order to get our attention, and that also includes attention from the industry in general. Having very strong tracks is important. It all has to do with having a good song. And if it's an instrumental, same thing. If you have a hip-hop beat, the beat has to be really popping, and it has to be a great mix. And what's also very important, specifically in hip-hop, is that it's important things are not too compressed, and that everyone wants to hear that beat slapping, but what's really important is to have those levels balanced. And a lot of times in hip-hop, it's really vital to get a mix that sounds really good, especially if it's going to be playing in TV and film. I don't have a tremendous lot of free time, but absolutely I love really fine wines and champagnes and cognacs and cigars. So a lot of times I just like chilling with my handy and smoking a cigar and just being out on the porch relaxing. But I'm always thinking music, and it's interesting because it's hard for me to get away from work because I love what I do so much. Yeah. So even on the weekends, I'm still thinking music, even if I'm not producing in the studio or I'm not listening to tracks for TV or film. I always have music going on in my head.